everybody, it's me Kristen back from the Dahlia Society, and today I've got another installment of my Twice as Nice Jersey dress series. Today it's the Lucida Dress from Friday Pattern Company. I hope you'll stay tuned to watch it. Friday Pattern Company is a favourite of mine. One reason is because they do donate 5% of their pattern purchase towards lots of different rotating charities around the world. So that's fantastic that they support that. So you know that your pattern dollars are going to a really worthwhile cause. So don't forget that, especially at Christmas time. There are a lot of people in need out there at the moment that may be needing your support. If you're wanting to donate to a pattern company that will be very generously donating towards some of those charities, look out for the Friday Pattern Company. Now, the Lucida Dress, I have admired this for quite some time. I saw it on Ginger Thread Girl's vlog. She made a beautiful jade green jersey. Just looks stunning on her with her. She's got the red hair, beautiful looking dress. She did the short version and I thought I'd love that, but I probably wouldn't wear the short version. It looked fantastic on her, but I don't really do a lot of short dresses. But I had a look on their website and I noticed there was a gorgeous looking model in a red velvet one. And I thought, you know what, I could really probably adapt that and adapt the length to suit myself. And I'm so glad I did because I really love the style of it. So you can see here, I just downloaded the pattern. The first one I made, I found this gorgeous fabric. Now, to me, if Liberty of London had done a velour Christmas fabric, it would look like this. We all know the Liberty of London designs and how gorgeous they are. They're really unique, but almost like the filigree pattern that you'll see of the old-fashioned wallpapers, the embossed wallpapers. To me, that's what I saw straight away with the little tulip designs. And I thought, I have to have this fabric. And it was from Spotlight and it was on special for $8 a metre. So I got myself 3 meters of this pattern. It's made a little bit differently. When you're cutting out your pieces, you may think you've got too much fabric. You've got a lot of room to play with, but be very careful because the first time I made this, I didn't read my pattern pieces properly like I should have, but luckily I had a bit extra fabric, so that was okay. Now you need to cut 2 front bodice pieces. That is because you're making a shell. So one's the lining and one's the front. So what you're doing on the wrong side, which the right side of the back, so the inner lining, you are going to rule 3 lines down the center. Now those 3 lines are going to be stitched up. So you're going to put your front and back front pieces together, stitch the 3 lines, and they are making the channels for your ties to go through. So when you've done your 3 channel stitches there, you'll make your ties up. And you'll get a little safety pin and you'll thread them through. So when they go through the channels, they will then pull down. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So that looks like that. So there's your 3 stitched channels. You'll pull your cord through and you'll stitch that down at the bottom, and then you will pull that, and that makes the ruching bodice, which gives a beautiful look to the bust line of the dress. It's a deeper V, but not too deep. I think a lot of people will be really happy with the style of this because it's not going to be a gapey V-neck either, because it brings in the gathering and sits quite firm on the bust. So I've made the size 16 in this, mainly because I didn't want it to be too firm with the velour being moderately stretchy, but not too stretchy. So the 16 was perfect on me. I also love the fact, so once you've done your bodice piece, you just sew your back piece to the front piece at your shoulders, then your sides. So you've got your top, basically top piece, your top bodice. Then the sleeve is like a little cap sleeve. You would just insert them like you normally would with a normal sleeve, and you'll do a little hem on the bottom. I didn't bother overlocking the hem because I don't think it needs it. There's no fraying happening with the velour. So just a little zigzag stitch there. And you get the good coordinating colour of cotton, and you won't even see that. So that's basically it. Then you've got your A-line skirt pieces that just sew to your front and back bodice pieces, and voila, you've got a beautiful dress. So it's very easy pattern, very beginner friendly. Don't be put off by the ruching, because when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that looks a bit tricky. How am I going to rouge and do all that? It looks a bit fiddly, but it really isn't. It's really easy. Once you read your pattern instructions, you'll see. Great dress. I love it. So it comes in a size extra small, which they have as a 0, to an extra large, which is a 16 to 18. Now, I made the extra large, which says it's a 14, and I'm a 14 to 16, so it's got quite a lot of room. Now, remember, the stretchier fabric that you get, the more size variants you're going to get there. So an extra large, I think, will probably go up to at least a 20 once you've got it made up. If you went for something like a Ponte knit or something with a bit less stretch in it, you'd have to be careful of your sizing with that as well. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with the style and especially with the bust line ruching. I just think it's a great feature. And probably the fiddliest bit would be the ties, to turn the ties inside out, which is a known factor how much I hate doing skinny ties. But if you use a chopstick or something like that, long and skinny, that you could help feed it through. It really depends on the fabric you use and how easy it is to turn inside out. I will pop some pictures up of the velour, the special Christmassy velour, beautiful fabric. Pop some pictures and some video of me in that one. It's a nice, I wouldn't call it a midi, maybe just a bit shorter than a midi, but yeah, perfect. Be perfect with tights and a jacket for winter. For you guys over in the Northern Hemisphere, I think this would be a beautiful dress to layer as well. So if you're wanting to put a lovely coat and some tights and boots. Yeah, look at the Lucida, because you'll see on the pattern envelope, it looks quite a summery looking gown, but don't be put off with jersey dresses. You can really wear them all year long and for every season. That's the beauty of them. Now, this fabric you might have seen in a recent haul that I put out. It was another clearance table fabric that was very geometric, bright, the cobalt blue and the green together. A lot of people would have just, just pushed it aside, but I saw something in this fabric and I'm really glad I did, because I love the bright colours together. I just think they look amazing once they're all sewed up. And I made sure with the pattern placing, I wanted to have more geometric than more floral. So I had the option, because I had the front and back bodice, I could turn it around and decide which way to sort of cut that out. The skirt as well, I've got a little bit of pattern happening there. Just was pure luck with the pattern placement. I'll pop some photos and some video of me in this as well. But I wanted this to have a sleeve, and I think it's important to have a bit of a sleeve if you want to get more seasons wear out of your jersey dresses. I was actually very tempted to put a fluted flounce on each of the bottom of the sleeves, but I didn't want to take away from the drawstring tie. I think it probably looks enough on its own, but you could get really experimental with the sleeves. Once you've got a few jersey dress patterns or just dress patterns in general, you can adapt sleeves quite easily. So don't be put off by a short sleeve. You can quite easily lengthen that sleeve if you want more of a wintry garment. A little cap sleeve. And I just extended it and brought it down a little bit, graded down a little bit. And I tried it on my actual arm before I sewed it up. So I had to take quite a bit in to get that nice firm fit. And then I just zigzagged the hem on there. I actually overlocked that one a little bit because the fabric was a bit more of a loose weave. So I think that sometimes the overlocking can sort of bring it in nice and firmly. But the velour, you really don't need to overlock that at all. I think it's got enough stability in the hem, especially to just do a zigzag. I'm imagining this with a nice sun hat and some sunglasses, a sort of dress you could wear to a picnic. And, you could leave room to eat and drink whatever you like then, because you've got the comfort of the stretch. So we all want to make sure we're comfortable. We all want to look glamorous, but the comfort is a major factor for me. I am beyond those days of having to look glamorous and having to be in pain. I refuse to be in pain to look good. I think we can all look glamorous and look lovely without having to be in pain, especially with our footwear. I think a little wedge or even a flat sandal looks fine with a dress. I don't think you need to do the whole stiletto thing, unless, of course, you are inclined to loving a beautiful looking shoe for the aesthetic only, because heels don't do my feet any favors these days. But I do like to have a little bit of a rise, so a wedge heel to me just ticks all the boxes there. Here's my lovely, well-maintained pattern pieces. As you can see, I've just squeezed these back into packaging, not very neatly, but just to show you the lengthen and shorten line, you'll see in the middle of the skirt, you just need to cut that apart and pop some more paper in between, whatever length you want to give it, and you follow the line of the outside, and there you have your extended midi skirt pattern piece. That way you're keeping the hem, the shape of the hem, because you don't want to lose that graded curved hem. So that's why we always lengthen and shorten skirts from the middle and not the end. I think you can get quite creative. I think if you didn't want to do the ties in the same fabric, you could always use like a velvet tie or a cord or something like that. As long as you can stitch through it and attach it to the bodice piece, I think you'd be fine. So you've got to sometimes think outside the box as far as trimmings and that sort of thing goes for, especially for Christmas, if you want to give it that little element of sparkle or a little, sometimes you find a beautiful little trim and you think, if only I had the right dress to put it on, this would be the perfect one to do it for, because having those channels there, you just need to insert it through. And velvet trim always looks beautiful, I think, too. I'm also looking at doing the Avenir jumpsuit. I love the look of that comfortable knit jumpsuit. And they also have another jumpsuit. I'll find it and I'll pop the name up too. It had thinner straps and like a bustier looking top and the pants, and it was all made in a jersey stretch or a ponte. So like, how comfortable would that be for going out in this time of year? So I'm all about looking into jumpsuits for maybe the New Year period as well. So that could be another twice as nice episode coming up very shortly. So don't forget the Lucida dress from Friday Pattern Company. It's a fantastic, easy make. Don't be put off by the gathering and the rouging. I think it's well worth it because it just gives you that beautiful bust line, almost like the 50s looking dresses, I think, with the bow at the front. And you don't have to have the bow. You can always have just the tie, but I think it looks lovely on, and it's just got a lovely fit with the shoulders as well. I had no fitting issues at all there, and I think I used about 3 meters for both of these dresses. So if you're wanting to do the maxi version, I think there is on their blog post, there is a tutorial on how to do the maxi, but I'm pretty sure if you just extend that line with your skirt piece, you could quite easily adapt a maxi length gown in that, but you'll probably be looking at least 4 to 5 meters to get a maxi length gown. Thank you again for watching me today. I am loving all the responses, and a lot of people have been commenting with fantastic ideas for episodes they'd like to see done, like different twice as nice episodes, even different tutorials. If there's any tutorials you'd like to watch me like a sew along, I'm happy to have any suggestions there at all. I've had so much positive feedback. It's just really lovely. It's just heartwarming to have so many lovely responses and people to communicate with, all about our general love of sewing, and people from all around the world as well. One thing I was worried about with being an Australian vlogger was the seasonal aspect of all being in different seasons around the world, and how was I going to bring that to you guys without it being, too summery or too wintry and being at opposite ends of the spectrum. But it's really working well, because I think that we all have things in our wardrobe that we want to wear as many things all year round as we can. So I'm trying to bring you a little bit of everything that you can then sort into your wardrobe and not feel like you have to pack it away at the end of each season. So that's great as well. So thank you. Don't forget to click and subscribe and like the video. The more likes and shares I get, the more content I can bring you for the future. If you'd like to support my channel as well, I have my KoFi account linked below. A lot of lovely people have very generously donated to that. I can then endeavour to bring you more up-to-date content and up-to-date new pattern releases as well with that. So thank you so much. It is very much appreciated. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.